I was invited to the Belle Forme clinic in Glasgow, and Belle Forme are one of the UK's leading cosmetic surgery groups, and they specialise in cosmetic procedures and also some of the leading non-invasive procedures, and they invited me in to try a Hydrafacial. So this was something that I'd heard of, but truth be told I wasn't too familiar with. So you have to be honest in this industry. When you're a therapist, you do tend to train in a lot of areas, and then you generally find the area that speaks most clearly to you. So for some people, they definitely want to go down the non-invasive or the laser route. For myself, I enjoyed going down the holistics route and very much massage procedures. So the reason that I wanted to try the Hydrafacial is because it's almost a ramped up facial. So you've got the elements of the hands-on touch. You've definitely got the holistic element because they're treating you to your specific skin requirements. But what I was very interested in was then they took it a step further by using some of the electrical equipment, some of the lasers, some of the heat treatments, and they are using the most technologically advanced products and ingredients that are currently available. So the first thing they'll obviously do with any treatment is a consultation, because there's going to be contraindications and special care requirements for anything. So after my thorough consultation, thankfully I was good to go with the treatment, and step one was the VORTEX-EXFOLIATIon. So this is where your therapist will apply a serum, and then they'll work all over the skin to remove the dead skin cells to begin the process of uncovering the healthy cells. So in your step one exfoliation, you have some key ingredients, and again, because it's such an advanced facial treatment, the ingredients are there to really benefit the skin and do just something slightly more intense than just your average facial. So you've got lactic and glycolic acid, so these are there to deep cleanse, and they really are going to begin the process of the desquamation and removing those dead skin cells. You've also got yeast extract, and the reason that that is in your exfoliation product is to firm and smooth the appearance of fine lines. You then have algae extract, because this is going to calm and soothe the skin. It's also going to begin the hydration process, because as we know, you can have dry skin, you can have dehydrated skin, but you can also have oily skin and dehydrated skin. So never believe that because you don't have typically dry skin, it can't be dehydrated. They are not mutually exclusive. You can have one without the other and vice versa. So with step one, your therapist will remove this product. Then you are moving on to step two. So again, with this treatment, obviously during this I'm chatting with my therapist, but that's because we were chatting through because I was very interested in the treatment. This is what we've said before on the channel. If your client wants to go to sleep, that's their choice. Some people come for a facial and they just want to go to sleep, and then you wake them up when they're done. But other times people come for very much the social element, and when they're having the treatment done, they want to catch up with you, they want to chat. So as you'll see during this treatment, I would probably normally be one of those people that fell asleep, but for the benefits of this one, you'll see that I'm quite often chatting because I was picking my therapist's brains and I was asking her lots of questions about the treatment, and vice versa. She was chatting to me about my work on the channel, so probably a little bit more talking than we would do normally. So moving on to step two, you've got your VORTEX-PEEL. So this is a serum, and it's got a mixture of glycolic and salicylic acids, and what you're doing here is you're peeling, but you're not peeling to the level where you would actually have to heal. So this is definitely a peel that's a level up from anything that you can buy in a chemist or a pharmacy, but again, it's very controlled in that you would be able to apply it in your salon and in your practice, and it's not to the level where it's actually going to need some healing in the next couple of days. But you'll definitely feel a tingle, and your therapist will ask you how it's feeling. So you should feel warmth and you should feel some heat, and you can call it mild stinging, but that's maybe a little bit worse than it sounds. You will just definitely feel an intense tingle. Your key ingredients in your peel are glycolic and salicylic acid. So what they're doing is they're going to be softening the sebum and removing the impurities while you exfoliate. For your step 3, it's normal at this stage to have some redness in the skin because anything that stimulates is obviously going to produce erythema, plus you'll have the heat that's involved in anything to do with a chemical peel. But again, I reiterate, this is a controlled peel. It's not something that's going to require some rest time for the next few days. It's very controlled. Step 3 is your vortex extraction. So it's painless extractions and it's using the suctions to cleanse out the pores. And the good thing for me, which I was fortunate with this day, is there wasn't too much of this to do. But again, I can honestly say that it was absolutely painless. So your key ingredients here are your honey extract, which provides a boost of hydration and again it's got natural antibacterial benefits. Salicylic acid to gently exfoliate, and again that's helping with the extractions. And then you've got flower extracts that soothe and calm the skin. Step 4 in your Hydrafacial is the VORTEX-FUSION. So this is a serum that's delivered into the skin, and what it's there to do is nourish and protect. You've got antioxidants, peptides and hyaluronic acid in this. Your key ingredients here are really going to help to protect the skin from environmental damage. We talk a lot about free radical damage, so you've got horse chestnut seed here, green tea and arnica flower extract to help with this. You also have some hyaluronic acid, which is in a low molecular weight, and it's here to plump and deeply hydrate the skin. And you also have some earth mineral peptides, which are there to boost collagen and elastin production. And again, these all help to eliminate fine lines. As you know, you've got to maintain things like this when you are out with your treatments. So you can get this done, but if you then don't do anything to your skin to maintain the effects, you're not going to eliminate these fine lines completely. You've got to make sure that whatever routine you're doing at home is putting enough moisture into the skin to maintain the results. So step 5 in your Hydrafacial is extend and protect. So what you're doing here is after you've finished your facial, you will sit down with your therapist and you will discuss how your skin was. What's also very interesting is that you can ask to see, or your therapist might even offer to show you, the water that came from the machine whilst you had your treatment done. And it can be amazing that when you hold it up to the light, number one, you can see the colour of the water, which, let's be honest, will not be clear. You'll be so surprised what came from your skin. But when you hold it up to the light, you can actually see the skin cells in it too. It's that deep a treatment. It was really interesting to see, and as a therapist, I absolutely loved it. So it's something that you'll then sit down with your therapist and discuss. They might offer to chat you through different products that you can use at home. You may already have products that are working for you perfectly in your daily routine. But all in all, a Hydrafacial was such a lovely experience, really relaxing and really effective, that I found after it my skin felt super soft. It felt really clear, and the following weeks after it I had absolutely no issues at all. And I used to be that person that would avoid facials because they did used to break me out. But hand on heart, I can honestly say no breakouts with this. It did a deep cleanse. It really did help to rebalance my skin, and I would recommend it, and I will be having it again. So leave a comment below and tell me if you've had a Hydrafacial, what you thought, or you can ask any questions, and if we don't know personally, then we can direct you to Belle Forme.